What did you make of the game?
I thought Ben Stokes was fantastic.
Yeah.
England played a very strategic game. I thought Pakistan were probably a little bit enthusiastic in the first few wickets, but you know, England were very strategic. What about yourself?
Very tough to find an English fan. I finally found one.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, I like to say, obviously I'm in Australia now, but I've travelled here just for the cricket.
For the game. Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit expensive.
All right.
First class, of course.
Okay.
But,
thank you very much. Thank you very much for your thought. Come. I'll get more. Did you enjoy the game?
Yeah, very good game today. They're all drunk, I think. They all are drunk.
Did you enjoy
No, I really enjoy the game. Pakistan is the best scorer in terms of fast bowling, and I reckon if Afridi wasn't injured, could have been a different game today. And also, like they scored like 20 less runs.
But you clearly missed the Indian team.
We went to Adelaide, and I think I'm not going to watch cricket for next 2 months. The way they played were absolutely awful cricket.
That's okay. Come on, have a good heart. You should. Yeah, come.
What's next for Indian team?
What do you think is next? Another.
Are the changes coming ahead? Do you think?
tell me, what do you want for the Indian team?
A new captain, a new coach, a new manager. Nothing against Rohit and Rahul Dravid. They're great for what they do and everything. But I think it's time for a change. Time for youngsters.
Okay. Did you enjoy the game today?
Yeah, it was amazing. But again, the numbers would speak that if it was in India versus Pakistan, it would be like I was here for India versus Pakistan, and we knew what the atmosphere was, what the numbers were. The crowd did not even stack up for what India versus Zimbabwe was. So.
Thank you so much. So you heard it from a lot of fans that are coming in here. But Saibhai, just to ask you about the tournament, how did the tournament pan out? Who do you think were the standout players? If I had to ask you to pick a man of tournament, who would you pick?
Oh, I think that's a tough one. I would think Sam Curran is right up there because of the way he's bowled. He'd be right up there. I think. You could have somebody like a Joss Butler for his leadership, for his calm influence on the team. It doesn't necessarily have to be that the person has scored heaps of runs or taken loads of wickets, but the way he sort of got the others around him to perform. So I think these obviously you look for a player of the tournament from the winning team generally. I mean, the team has won because there have been some player or the other who has actually led the way. I would imagine so. That would be something that these two would be the standout performers for me.
Once I finish the live. Thank you so much. Okay, so Saibhai, looking at various different performers and people who really stood out. One word on the unsung hero, Saibhai, from England, Adil Rashid. Is that some food for thought for the Indian team, not having played a leggy? I know I keep bringing India into the discussion, but the leggies have been so successful. Adil Rashid, one standout performer, and India played no leggy throughout the tournament.
Well, if India had look back at what happened in 1985, the World Championship of Cricket, where Lakshman Sivaramkrishnan and Ravi Shastri bowled so well throughout the tournament, when the boundaries were the fence and not being brought in about 10 meters like they have been at all the venues, then they might have got some idea as to what actually works in Australian pitches. But of course, to the current generation, cricket started only in the only around the mid 90s, when internet came in, etc. Before that, there was no cricket played. So that is all made up stories. Before that was just like mythology. So I mean, yes, you asked me. There's plenty to learn from what we saw from Adil Rashid. Today, he was absolutely superb. I don't think he was that good against India. India allowed him to bowl those 4 overs for 20 runs, which I thought was just baffling because Indian players are such good players of spin bowling. Today, Livingston bowled 1 over, I think. He gave away 16 runs in that over. India allowed him to bowl 3 overs for 21. So I think therein lies, the learning curve for the Indian team.
Talking about learning curve, Sani bhai, do you think England is also showing a way as far as T20 cricket is concerned that maybe the best way to approach this format is have multi-utility players, have a batting lineup where even bowlers can bat. I mean, I was just looking at the English batting lineup today. Even when they were in trouble, you knew they had the batting at number 11. There was Adil Rashid, who's got hundreds in domestic cricket. So, is that the way going forward for most teams?
All-rounders. You look at what India has achieved in limited overs cricket, 1983, 1985, 2011, 2007, 2011, 2013. All the multi-country tournaments where India has won, they've had all-rounders. Batsmen at the top of the order who could bowl a few overs, bowlers down at batting at 8, 9 who could come in and score runs, who were scoring runs in domestic cricket. So yes, I think that's the way forward. You've got to look at guys who are multi-talented, both batting and bowling. And say Hardik Pandya, look at the difference Hardik Pandya makes to a team. Did we have anybody even 50% close to him as far as the all-rounders position was concerned? No, there wasn't. So that is where India really also needs to look at.